Um, Video games are pretty addictive, and they're a lot of fun, and people of all ages enjoy them. But there's a psychology behind video games. You know exactly what you have to put in, and you'll know exactly what you'll get out. There's a certain way to beat this boss. There's a certain way to unlock this level. There's a certain way you have to go about moving from one level to the next, one boss to the next, one puzzle to the next, etc. If you want to earn coin, you want to level up, or you want to rank up, there are rules inside the video game. The programmers, the developers of the game, they create these rules inside this world that they create, and you follow those rules. And so long as you can follow those rules, the better you are at following the rules, the more results you're going to get. Exactly. So if you do this, you're going to move up. There are no surprises. There is no mystery. And that's why people that are hardcore gamers and they're having a hard time with a particular game or a level or something, they'll go to YouTube, to their YouTube, walkthrough sheikh, and have them walk. This is how you do it. You see, let me be your murshid and guide you to press X, hold L1, and then do this, and then you'll win. Okay, so now the rules are set for you to succeed. It's not all that different from sports, even though sports has some more unpredictability. But even in sports, here's the field. In many sports, it's shaped like a rectangle. And here's your objective. If you can meet that objective, you win. If you don't meet that objective, you fail. It's simple, clear. That's all you got to do. This is what's required of you. Okay? Life doesn't work that way. In life, two people are putting in exactly the same amount of work, and one of them gets a lot of benefit from that work and the other one doesn't. Many of you are students in university or school, or I know many of you have summer off right now, but you put in so much work to try to pass an exam and you barely got a 70. And the friend of yours, who's clearly no longer a friend, didn't even remember that there's an exam. And they got a 75. It's not fair. I did all this stuff, and you did nothing. And then you went out of your way to be top of your class, to be the 4.0 GPA, to be the valedictorian, all this stuff, because you had this entire plan in your head. First, I'm going to be the best at school, then I'm going to ace my interviews, then I'm going to get this job, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that. This whole plan was laid out. And then you had a friend who was like, yeah, I don't know what I want to do with my life, man. I don't know. And then you both graduate, and 3 years have gone by, you can't find a job, and he already got a 6-figure offer before he graduated. And you're looking at that and like, that doesn't seem fair. I did all this work. They're the one getting all this benefit. This is not the same as a video game. In fact, some psychologists even argue people are drawn to video games because life is simpler inside the game. Because you follow the rules and you get these results. But outside the world of the video game, it doesn't matter how many rules you follow, you don't get the same results. Everybody's getting different results. And this young person who's saying, hey, is there a cheat code in Islam that says if I do this dua, and if I do this dhikr, this many times, then this will unlock for me in life. This will open up for me. This blessing will come in my way, right? Is there something I can get that can do this? And by the way, this is not just a teenager. You have old people coming and saying, can you give me one dhikr that I can convince my son to marry this girl or do this or this? Can you? And everybody's looking for a cheat code, like in the video game, like a walkthrough from within Islam to try to figure out how they can make life easy. And my first answer to that question is why? Why do you want life to become easier? Because we are now wrapped up in a worldview where the ultimate objective of my life is to actually be happy. Like the highest thing I can reach, if I had that, life would be good if I was happy. And the amazing thing about what we call in America, of course, proudly, the pursuit of happiness, isn't it? The incredible thing about pursuing happiness is the most depressed people are the people that are trying to be happy. It's a fleeting, constantly escaping thing. I can be very happy when I'm eating ice cream, and then it's over. And now I'm sad that I ate ice cream, and I have to pay the consequences, right? So this idea that we're running after this thing, if I have this, I will be happy, Quran will describe very clearly the delusional nature of that kind of thinking. And Allah Azza wa Jal will describe it in an analogy in Surah Al-Hadid and describe it as فَتَرَاهُ مُصْفَرًّا. Like the farmer who was going to be so happy that his crop is growing, and then he's just going to watch it turn yellow. It's going to go dry. Like his ultimate goal was, man, when this farm grows tall and the stalks grow tall, I'm going to make all my year's worth of money. It's finally going to pay off. I did all the work. I did everything right. It's going to pay off. And Allah says, فَتَرَاهُ مُصْفَرًّا ثُمَّ يَكُونُ حُطَامًا. You'll see it turn yellow. It'll turn something into crust that you just step on. There's nothing now. There's nothing now. So the first thing that I want to share with you is, maybe we're pursuing the wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't be happy. Hopefully by the end of this khutbah you'll be clear about that. I'm not saying you shouldn't be happy. What I am saying is we're looking for the wrong goal to be happy. We're looking for so what is the right goal is what I'm trying to get at. Instead of saying my purpose is to be happy, the Quran is actually arguing happiness is a byproduct of when you live purposefully. When you have a clear purpose, you want to accomplish something meaningful in your life. You want to do something, you want to make the most of what Allah has given you. And what Allah has given you is not the same as what He gave the next person and the next person and the next person. For some people, they can sleep and pass the test. Some people can stay up a whole year and barely pass the test. Allah has not given everybody the same ability. I used to teach, full-time, I used to teach Arabic. And I had some students that barely attended class and were on top of everything. And I did not like them. And then there were students who used to work so hard, they would get there 1 hour before class starts. They would stay 2 hours after class ends, working, and